Oh god, ladies, calm down. Sounds more like you're just making excuses for GaLm to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? What would happen if I chose Yuri after, like, rejecting her for all of these days? That'd be funny if there was actually some different dialogue and it was just, like, incredibly way more awkward than it already was. That'd be great. He hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we settle this already? Yeah. GaLm, you're okay with this, right? Sure, I'll make a save. I actually kind of want to see what happens when you choose Monika in this. But we're going to choose Natsuki and just keep the flow going. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that? That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Yep, way to make that, That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. Melodramatic! That is an exactly perfect way to describe how she said that. Oh, my lord. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, GaLm? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Ooh. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're gonna help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori, just like Yuri tried to sound like Sayori when we chose her. Or, well, we didn't choose her. She's just... Oh, God, I don't even know. Even if it didn't work out perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps out with everyone with Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm gonna do my best. And all of us are gonna make a really great event. Yeah. I really hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Eh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Oh yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? Can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I need from you. Okay, so she legitimately still just has like a really strict father. But to be fair, it's a pretty common thing to be worried about going to a lady's house for the first time and meeting her father. All right? Okay, just there's always the worry that you're gonna walk through the door, shotgun's gonna be pointing at you. Are you treating my daughter all right? I am, sir, I swear. How all right are you doing it? I don't know. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. All right, fine by me. Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone. That's what I was looking for. I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so. Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. What, did you want to walk home with me? I can't believe this. Natsuki gonna be coming over to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're out of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Well, hold on now. Calm down there, in-game me. Let's do some baking and enjoy the moment. Okay? But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. What about Sayori? It's already Sunday. What about Sayori? Do we not go after her at all? I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after... You know what? No, we talked to Sayori on the last day. We sent each other one... Oh my god, how am I keep fucking this up? We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to be putting Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? No, go see her. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock at the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, GaLm. The last time we were in this room, it wasn't so pleasant. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. I guess, yeah. I mean, my place is a super mess, but who knows, maybe I have problems too. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? You are the vice president. Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. You know, maybe you should meet up with Monika. No! What am I saying? No, fuck that! Get a laptop, come out, and hang out with Yuri, I guess, for this particular route. When we're back on your route, I wish we could actually hang out with her for the day. I think that if we had the actual option of just, I don't know, just staying in the room with her, just would have tried something. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, GaLm. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings... What? About me? Did she in this route? In a couple of different ways, you know, you can get the implication, but I didn't get like a big one like, oh, that's about me. She didn't give us a poem on the third day. She never does. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, GaLm. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. No, Monica hasn't been always around. So while maybe you have been depressed for like the entirety of your life, Monica has been stirring the pot to make it worse. And that's different. That is a thing that happens. Okay? Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, GaLm? I guess I have no choice this time. I have to outright explain to your face that I have depression. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? I mean, there are a lot of reasons to be late to school every day. Alright? Now, who knows, maybe, well no, probably definitely while growing up, and maybe even still now, I've had problems, but yeah, there are a lot of times where I just didn't want to go to school, and I just wanted to stay home and do other things, just play games or something, and those weren't always days where it was just bad, it was just because I wanted to, and don't follow my example, kids. Go to school. Go to school. But there are a lot of other reasons. You can't just be like, well, I'm late to school because it's hard for me to live life. And of course you should have seen that coming. Gosh. I'm sorry, that's not how Sayori's trying to phrase it, but there could have been other things. Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? I wish I could just be like, you're not worthless, Sayori. You're not. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? I mean, because you're a fictional character. You're a fictional character, and I guess, yeah, no, a lot of people don't really, while growing up, know how to really deal with these issues or bring up these issues with any other person. That's the problem with growing up. Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it all, GaLm. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. And as I said last time, by not telling me, I'm already worried about you anyways. So you might as well have just helped me understand a little bit more. Because, I mean, if I'm gonna be worried about you because you're my friend, I might as well be fully knowledgeable about things. I don't want to be cared about. Fuck off. It's a bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I want so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. I don't know how to deal with the situation. I mean, we can't in the game, but I wouldn't know how to deal with it in real life either. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, GaLm, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Ugh. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. one problem when dealing with someone who's having problems like this is that it's different for every person. And so it's always hard to think of like what you can say in a situation like that, because some people have depression, but you know, they don't say exact things like this, you know? Like, for me, I'm pretty positive that I've at least had long stretches where I was depressed. And, you know, for a very long period of time, I was just suicidal. And the only reason I didn't go through with it, because there was no way for me to go about it without a good bit of suffering. So, I mean, it's pretty fucking good that there wasn't anything there. But if there had been some easy way out, I wouldn't be here. So, I don't know. But after all of that, I'm definitely far different than I was growing up during that period. And so it's kind of, I guess it's kind of frustrating in a way to see this. Because, you know, I guess an example would be like someone who is fit, but they used to be like really, really overweight, and so they end up developing a complex where they get really annoyed when they see someone who's overweight complaining about being overweight and that they can't do it. And they're like, well, I was there, and you can do it, you can, but you just... Some people don't take well to certain phrasings of words, certain selections of words. I think that's a general thing of life, right? You have to approach every person differently, and we don't know how to handle it with Sayori, so... God. It just kind of keeps bringing us back out, because we know that Sayori's gonna end up committing suicide in the game, and that there was nothing we could really do. And then you end up leaving the immersion and being like, oh, well, this was a game, and she was written that way. It was intended for her to be that way all the time, and at what level am I supposed to stop my immersion? I don't know. Whatever, let's get back to cupcakes. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm gonna accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. You don't, Sayori. But we literally cannot stop what's gonna happen. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. GaLm. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. GaLm. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. GaLm. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. Or I'll save and load and try my darndest so that by the end of this, something positive comes out of this. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, GaLm. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that'd be nice then. Yeah. Well, we say that even when we're not, like, romantically going down her route. Like, alright, yeah, no, fair enough. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But It's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that'd be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. You know, if it wasn't for Monica, you know, fiction story-wise, maybe she still would have stuck around. That would have been nice. I would like to overcome troubles. I want to help everybody, but we can't. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Oh, hey, sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Yeah, hey. They look like totally normal people. Seeing her in such cute. Let me adjust my seating here. Okay. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. Dude, I've got a nice fucking kitchen! Hold on! Look at this! I personally wouldn't put a fucking table right here, because this is a really nice open space. I'd move it slightly further away from everything so you have more space for the cooking area. But this kitchen's nice! Damn, man! Who the fuck are we? Who the hell is our family? This is a nice joint. Well, I didn't want to come all the way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Didn't you say you were bringing the ingredients? Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, GaLm? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist in my chest. Hey, hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? That's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they think I'm only worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make small talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more than I like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like, Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki. Forget it! I didn't say anything! I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you... How would you know that anyway? Look, it's just a general guess that people of all types are into people of a lot of other types, alright? So in general, that's not an out there statement, alright? There are people who like really big gals, people who like really super skinny gals, people who don't like any gals, right? So you go all over the place. How would you know that anyway? Well, I guess because our character would say, I don't know, man. Look, we had a shot when she was right in front of her face, and she looked like a kid. She doesn't look so much like a kid now, and her wiki page says 18, but I don't trust anything here. Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, GaLm. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Alright, we get to cook! Cupcakes! Maybe. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. GaLm, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's getting going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the colors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. Look, I am very clinical about the way that I handle cooking the food. I don't need to make it fancy. I want it to taste good and for it to be inside of my belly. That is all the goal of the food. That's why I also don't cook too much. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you're looking at it and if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers touching my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. Oh no, where is this going? I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble and turn. Gross! Got it in my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. Oh boy. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh no! Where's this going, please? We just look. I mean, it's better than, you know, having my bloody finger licked by a lady. Right? I guess? Maybe? Oh boy. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just a little fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth. Licking off the icing! Oh boy! I'm like, what are we gonna do on the bed, Natsuki? Oh no! What? Did you just seriously? Natsuki's so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. GaLm, you really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the moon turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Oh, saved by the burning house! Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked that before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. Yeah, hold on, wait, why is it always also my fault? You know, certainly other fucking people have to live here, alright? Whether it's parents, or guardians, or siblings, or just other people, there's no way this high school equivalent kid, me, has a house like this without any kind of help, alright? Just, it doesn't happen. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. Yep, but now we're not in the exact situation, and now we don't have to worry about anything else, right? No, sir, we made it past. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling and warm air fills the room. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, skip the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it a little bit more literature themed by writing a different word in each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. Ooh. I was kind of expecting to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Whoa, wait. Are you trying to say that I'm cute? I'm not cute. I'm a man. I'm a manly man. Manly man. Natsuki. Oh, manly man. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle on each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Ooh, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she were here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, whoa. Your dad's the kind of person who, really dislikes when you leave food left over? Look, I guess, you know, at least out of all things, I had to deal with that. I left leftovers and then ate the leftovers all the time. It just happened. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, ready? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get close to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before, about not always having this chance? It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. GaLm, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ooh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets close to me. And then the music goes out once more! Oh boy! Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches away from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it for a while now. Ooh. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Wow, interrupted so quickly! Oh boy! Eh? Hi, GaLm. Sayori, just now we weren't... It's okay, GaLm. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Woo, buddy! Wow! It's a good thing you came, Sayori. It's a bad thing you came as well, but you saw things happening here, okay? Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. Oh, gosh. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, GaLm? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. No. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, GaLm. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Monica's being super selfish. She wants me for herself, and I don't want her. Just... So, no. Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Hearing about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I want to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, GaLm. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Woo, buddy! We can't go down this route. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. GaLm, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Oh boy. You see, we're reaching the point where we're gonna turn back, and so, you know, sorry for momentum, but it's about to go from, like, full on to just brick wall. Stopped right there. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how he said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm gonna give to you. Nope. We're loading back. We're loading back because that's not, we can't have that here. Goodbye. So, hey, in the end, it's up to you. Yeah, hey, so, hold on. What happens if I choose Monica? Well, I guess I should probably help Monica. Yay, you picked me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah! Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But GaLm was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Wow, ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for GaLm to help one of you two, so I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, GaLm? Look at Monica. She is so unhappy with this decision. Oh my god. You really can't choose her at all. They just completely forced that away. Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna go. We gotta go back because now we have to go down the Yuri route and just full focus on that and see what that route is like when she's not crazy and crazy. At least we had a little bit of a lighthearted rebuff from what we're gonna end up having to experience. Anyways, oh boy. All right. We have reloaded all the way back to the first poem, which is our first set of choices for deciding the route. And now we're gonna go down Yuri's path and see how different that one goes when she isn't being a little obsessive, crazy, and self-stabby. Now she should be a little bit easier to go with. She has much darker word preferences than the other two. So it's very easy to just be like, or even like climax is probably her. Yeah, look at this. So you just go Inferno, Crimson, Tenacious, Eternity, Disaster, Tragedy. What? No, Sayori, you ruined my 2020. All right. Look, sometimes Sayori likes dark words too, or somewhat sad words. Embrace? Damn it, fine. Lust. Romance. No! Stop it, Sayori! Entropy. Rose. No! It's so hard to impress ladies. Alright. Agonizing. Uncanny. Contamination. Contamination? Really? Are you serious? What poem includes the word contamination for high school? Massacre! Infallible! And death. Oh no, Sayori. Hi again, GaLm. Hello again, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. It's so weird when she says it like that and we're reloading this area. No, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I think we can just skip past this. Yeah, this is the manga stuff. Okay. Hold on. You can give me the book, and then we can read about your book. What's going on here? We missed a bit. Hold on. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed this in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. Sure. Sure, Yuri. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Yeah, okay. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yeah, the relatable part. Super relatable. All of the relationships falling apart, and then human experiment prison. Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, GaLm? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. No, I enjoy sometimes pretty dark stories. I mean, hell, even right now, audiobook I'm listening to. Shout out. It's called The Infinite, and it's about a guy who doesn't die. I haven't gotten that far into it, but it's about a guy in the future. This is on the summary, so I'm not spoiling really much of anything, but it's about a guy who is on like a colony spaceship that's traveled super far away from, you know, the Earth's solar system, and he wakes up and bad shit happens, and then he finds out that he came back from the dead. But bad shit keeps happening, and he keeps coming back from the dead, and it's like, oh wow, huh, this is bad for this guy. It's a really dark scenario. It'd be a really shitty scenario for anyone to be in. And I don't want to spoil anything, so you should read it or listen to it. Audible, if you want to hit me up with a sponsorship, I am down. Okay. Anyways, so what's up with the Markov? I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they want to believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. No, yeah. I also like when a protagonist's ideals get challenged and they have to kind of like reassess themselves and either strengthen their resolve by finding the answers to the things that are causing them trouble, or, you know, by adjusting their ideology to fit the situation and to still come out on top as the good guy. Or as the gray person, or even sometimes as the villain. Sometimes you root for the villains in the story, you just want to see how it ends up happening. Hell, I even slightly root for Monica. Too bad she's a fictional character. She can't actually take control of my computer. Sorry! Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing to fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just that something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. I mean, I've never sat down and read next to someone either, so no, that is a different kind of thing to have happen. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk onto until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, in turning each page, almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like you can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Wow! That's a completely different reaction than we had last time, by the way. She's like, oh, how is that? Beforehand, she was all flustered, like, whoa, what? She reminds me of me? What? Huh. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But GaLm, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ooh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. That jump. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from her book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be a little bit more fun to read with you after it picks up a little bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back in my bag. By the way, did you remember to read a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Alright. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did last time. We're gonna send it to Monica and see if she says anything, because I think this time we chose a lot more of Yuri's stuff than, you know, Sayori's. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want to know that I'm putting in effort. Hi, GaLm. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? I don't want you to be always listening, alright? I'm surprised that she doesn't pull other, like, fourth wall breaking stuff. Like, when I load and go down a different route, I'm surprised she hasn't said anything yet, but maybe she will later on in the line. I don't know, maybe she won't. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, GaLm. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? What's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon? Yeah, that's true. I land harmonica in my poem. Great job, GaLm. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Yeah, I like the part about the contamination and the massacre. That was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Look, I know that's very much the case, but explode, contamination, and massacre do not leave that much to the reader's imagination as to their meaning. Okay? Alright. I mean, there's some creative uses you could use for them, but that's just... those are very... most of the time dark words. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Oh god. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It can take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Alright, hold on. It's just gonna be the same one, isn't it? Hole in the wall, and he on the side was looking in. Infinite choices! So what do you think? It's cool, but now we're just gonna skip forward. Alright. Yeah, she said the same thing from before. Alright, Sayori, what do you gotta say about this? This is a good poem, GaLm. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing this poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. I think this is all the same from before. Okay. Sorry, Sayori. We're going on. Natsuki. Is she gonna say something about this? GaLm, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. She really didn't like my poem this time around. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because it's actually way deeper than we originally think. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Wow, this is way different than before. Exceptional. Yeah? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Just, wait, what? Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri shows off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Sure. I haven't been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Exceptional! Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, this was I could totally tell this was your first time writing. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. Yeah, you know, we heard all this beforehand. We know about this. Alright. Well, we're good. We got this. This is very nice handwriting. Everything's really nice. She flickers back at it. And, I think we've read all this. This is where people start to fight. Oh boy. Alright. And then Yuri, which we actually chose beforehand, so we can skip through this. Sorry, everybody, we're just gonna go through this and yeah, everything's fun. Okay, alright, fine. There we go. I have to be expedient about this. I can't read through absolutely everything because then we'd be here for another like 4 to 5 hours. That's what the skip button's for. Alright. Melancholy. She likes that. Uncontrollable. Existence. Electricity. Massacre. Graveyard. Dark. What? Damn it. Contamination. Contamination always works out for us. Inferno. Landscape. Imagination. Unstable. Agonizing. Ambient. Horror. Yes. Ocean! No, Sayori likes the ocean shit. Anxiety. Misfortune. You know what? Whatever. We got a bunch of them. Disaster. And wrath. We got it. We're good. Yuri. We're good. We did it. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. We got a little bit more comfortable here over the last days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, GaLm. Yo, Sayori. Uh-oh. No. We know what's happening here. This is Sayori stealing bites of cookies. Getting entire cookies. I have to be mindful of things. I can only make like slight skips forward. Okay, Yuri's back into her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. And now we go back to Yuri. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I still say I'm not really a tea guy. I mean, I haven't tried a lot of tea, so maybe there's a tea that I would really like at some point. But it would need to be drenched with lots and lots of sugar. I'm a sweet drink kind of guy. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a water filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. Alright, I'll just some water myself. Not to make tea with, but to drink. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Oh! Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a little bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Whoa! Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping GaLm involve GaLm in club activities? Holy shit! Alright, I was like, cool, Yuri's down with us going with her this time, so she's not gonna go off and, like, cut herself. So that's good. But meanwhile, she's still got that, like, savage attitude. Oh my god. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Humph. Then let's go, GaLm. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. GaLm, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. When you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. GaLm, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. GaLm, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. I don't know what oolong tea is. Anything is fine. I don't think anyone even explained what oolong tea is last time. Lots of spoilers and things like that, but no one explained oolong tea. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Wait, did she say amazing? Sometimes I skip some lines. No, okay, she said I shouldn't do any less. Even if I'm not an expert in tea or anything? Ooh, in that case, you'll only be even more surprised. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, GaLm. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. GaLm, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I still feel like I don't get the true answer for this. I'm missing something here. What? I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Candy radar! I take it since it'll go well with the tea. We didn't mention that since Sayori was gone the last time we slightly went down Yuri's route. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Yeah, it is, as we've said many times before, very intense. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Hey, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. It's still a funny thing. Just like that, Yuri closed her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. GaLm? So sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Whew. Alright. She's not gonna stare at us with her creepy eyes. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did he even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Whoa! Fucking, we got just scared by Monica just being like, okay, everyone. Oh my god! It just suddenly changes scenes! That was the best way they could have handled that. We're like super really into it. You know, you're like at the point where like you're getting close to the martyr, like, yes, feed the chocolate. Give Yuri more. And then boom, suddenly Monica. Just Monica. Oh my god. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. GaLm, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word spoken between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Hey, remember that time where we shared chocolate and we're really close together? Yeah. Ooh. God. I'm glad I don't have moments like that. That'd be embarrassing to think about. Yep, totally, for sure. Alright. Monica. Hi again, GaLm. How's the writing going? It's alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you come up with a masterpiece. I wish that there were words that don't trigger any of the three girls and you could make the worst possible poem ever. Like, just misspelled stuff or something. Just really weird shit. And every single girl goes, are you even trying? And you get kicked out of Doki Doki Literature Club. And then you find out that's actually the best possible ending you could get because none of the girls are fighting over you because you disappointed all of them evenly and were kicked out. That would be good. That would be a funny ending. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share with what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. And when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, I tried to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down. Kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. What? Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Oh. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. That's just a hunch, but... oh, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway... yeah, there's nothing wrong with a fictional boyfriend or girlfriend. Right, Monica? Huh? Would be pretty bad if you were to imply that we shouldn't engage with fictional characters, huh? I'm just saying. All right. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. And skip. All right. Let's piss off Natsuki. Well, I can admit that's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this one at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Eh? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Eh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Hey, keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to press in the first place. Now Natsuki's gonna be the one who's like, don't show me the poem, gosh. Sayori? Oh, I like this one, GaLm. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does it mean that it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. No, she just says she doesn't really know how to feel about it. Whoa, I just wanted to make sure. that she's just saying the same stuff. Sorry. All right, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? GaLm, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of technique's worth practicing. Well, maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it a little bit more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear more sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, yeah, you know, she writes like the deepest poems out of this bunch. You know, minus the fact that Monica's talking to another dimension, but she writes pretty deep poems there. I'm surprised she thinks people would laugh at them. But then again, I guess it's not that surprising. But yeah, it'd be like... You have Natsuki's like, they don't appreciate it, then they don't see how deep it is. Meanwhile, the person who writes the super deep one is just like, they just laugh at me. Ladies, your writings are fine. You'll be okay. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay, it's the raccoon poem again. Right. Okay. I was a little bit more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Yeah, that's right. It's a little bit close to my preferred writing style. I don't know if we can emulate that, Yuri. All right. I think Yeah, okay, this is all the same. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could sit at the front of the room. Hold on. We're doing tactical skips. We've been through this. We've been through this. I'm sorry, Natsuki. Wait, what? Oh no, we're reading our poems. This is the part where everyone reads their poems. Right. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. I think after this, Yuri's gonna try and pull us over on the side and be like, hey, wait, before you go, let's talk about stuff. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Everyone's psyching themselves up. Nope, Yuri didn't say anything to me. Alright, well, I would walk with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I feel off for turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. She's really trying to, like, push other chicks, like, yeah, she's so beautiful and smart, don't you want to be with her? I guess, but... you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore. Damn it, new story, you just... I'm sorry, Sayori. Hey, we've been through this, and it looks like the words haven't changed. Alright. I... forgive you, Sayori. Wow, look how far she is away from everybody. Wait. Is that normal, or is Natsuki and them gonna hop back over? Because if this is like a symbol, or like symbolism for Sayori getting further and further away from everybody, that's clever. Anyways, waterfall. Nope, that's somehow Natsuki. Graveyard, fine, just darkness, destruction, okay? Covet. Unstable, disoriented, horror. Existence, infinite, disaster, agonizing. Yes, truly, the imagery is popping up. Misery, climax, disarray, and beauty? Nope, that was Sayori. Yeah, I figured that I wasn't really sure about that one. Raindrops. Contamination, heaven sent, infester, there. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too, and we're making a save here. I think I can skip up to a certain point. It's just a point where Yuri's gonna be like, hey GaLm, let's talk about stuff. Oh, here's Sayori, spacing out, being, you know, sad and thinking about things, and now she's gonna be in the corner and Monika's gonna say things and those things are gonna be bad. And I'm not happy about that. How dare you, Monika. Alright. I accidentally skipped Yuri's lines too. I enabled the setting to be able to skip lines that we haven't seen, so that way I could just blaze through things here, because I got time, or I don't have time. I gotta go forward. Alright. I know she said to forget it, but I don't know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice quiet so I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri appearing at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look at her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Hey, Yuri. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you want to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a little bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little bit off today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not like that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Or she's seen me as a potential romantic choice way more than we've been seeing her, and so it is still the way that she thought that it was being. Yep, you know, it's alright. GaLm, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying her thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. You don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she'd be a very fortunate person to have you to feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Wow, that's the worst thing you could say for someone who overthinks things. It is what it is. Good luck. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Or you shouldn't be. Gosh, jeez. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking with about Sayori. Yeah, Monica, let's talk. Hi, GaLm. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure thing. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, GaLm. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah. I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I've heard her say some more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. I'm not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Ooh, she called it edgy. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it can be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean it that way. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Sure, yeah, alright, go for it. Go away, Monica, and your Bullshit. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the fucking meanings for everything. Alright. Natsuki! Let's see her get mad. Yeah, no thanks. Hey, you didn't even... Next! Wow! Denied. Denied. What if we had written it entirely for her? She probably would change her mind slightly, but no. Alright, Yuri. GaLm, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, I mean, come on, she's in high school. How many people is she going to be able to show her writing to without them being like, I don't want to read. Just play my video games and stuff. You know, I'd be like that. I'd be like, no, I don't know, man. I'd have to consider it considerably. Well, Yuri smiles sadly. GaLm, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. That's... Oh, man. That's a good one. That's... I know what she's... I know... I understand that entirely. It's... I've... What do I want to say here? I understand that. We'll just leave it with that. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, GaLm. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you, and that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, GaLm. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Wow, yeah, go in-game me, I guess. Protagonist me. I mean, if I joined this club hoping I'd make friends, and I would say that I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Alright. Oh, it's Ghost Under the Light Part 2. This is different. Alright. I'm not gonna understand this at all, am I? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows, closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arms. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Oh. Well, obviously, this is once again about us. Or we're just pretentious and it's not about us. How about that? Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't too hard to figure out what this one is about. Also, this clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she wrote about, meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Woo, boy! I don't think anything's gonna change for when we meet up with her. We'll see. I feel like it's gonna be pretty samey, and just getting like really intimate with her, and then we gotta cut that out. All right, Sayori. It's nice, I guess. It's this again. She's gonna go home early. Yeah, all right. And then people could try to say things, be good and happy. But we gotta go to the festival. So, we're moving on. Alright, so we're choosing Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, So, you'll be helping Yuri then, GaLm? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, GaLm? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? They didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why GaLm picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. All right. We got this. We saw this the first time around. We're making nice. They're not trying to be bad. They ain't friends with each other. I just realized that I have no way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that'd be the best way, yes. Does anything change here? We talked about the house. He's gonna come over to my house. I think I prefer going to your house. All right, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter that much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, GaLm. All right. I think... Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Not absolutely everything is different here. Oh, wait, hold on, here we go. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit more. It's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasion. No, we'd heard that. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing about Sayori since she left the club earlier the other day. Oh, boy. All right. I think from here, it's all the same. All right, we're going down the Sayori route now. I want to see what happens when we choose Help Me Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? GaLm? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our own conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Nat and Yuri. Oh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Big and beautiful. Oh, jeez. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori's vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Yeah, too bad that's not happening. Alright. Now, we're gonna make a sudden jump all the way to the end of everything. Alright, viewers. Moment of truth. I've gone through everything. I skipped through all of the bad shit, and that was an interesting experience. That was a lot of scary things happening rapidly, one after another. There was some pretty disturbing shit that I'm not even just gonna just like... No. I mean, just drawings of Sayori and not a pleasant state. Creepier poems that kind of actually got glanced over very quickly. I didn't actually get a chance. I'd have to look back into it footage, but we've reached a point where we've deleted Monika's file, and I believe the good ending happens now, unless we messed up something and we didn't get everybody's CG. I'm not sure, but this is it. Moment of truth. I don't actually know if this is the exact moment, but it's about there. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, GaLm. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along better with you around, Sayori. Aw, GaLm. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, GaLm, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us during our hard times. And you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, GaLm? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know. After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game, so this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm gonna miss you, GaLm. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. Thank you, Sayori. And hey, Monica.
Can you hear me?
She's still in the system.
Hi, it's me. What do you call love in your reality? And
I like how Monica's still,
if I don't know how to love you,
I like how her image is included in all that. Right? Like,
I'll leave you be.
you can't really... All the other ones, you could say, were probably pre-planned images, at least in the lore of, like, the game. But Monica, I feel like a developer who fucked up majorly in the development of the game wouldn't have had that as an official one. I'm just saying. But hey, look at that. So once you beat the game and you get the good ending, you get a nice little final poem from the main developer, Team Salvato. To the special player who achieved this special ending. For years, I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in broad new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason that we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Team Salvato. Thank you, Team Salvato. Thank you for the game and your hard work. And, well, I guess that's Doki Doki Literature Club in its entirety. I think it's safe to say that I enjoyed Doki Doki Literature Club. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it somewhere between a 7 and 8 out of 10. I liked it, but I think it could have done way more with its concept in so many kind of ways. Because it's for a free visual novel, all right. But I've played other visual novels. I've played tons of games, all dealing with a lot of these subjects that were brought up in this game. Obviously not in the exact way that it was brought up in this game, but this didn't really go anywhere with it. Like, and I feel like that for a game that brings up and tries to subvert things, to miss the point, to drop the ball, hurts it quite a bit, in its overall quality. And, it brings up a lot of issues like mental illnesses, and then it just kind of goes, and they're just used for horror. Then it's trying to do the horror thing, and then it goes, and we're done without actually really fleshing things out too much. And that's a shame, considering how hyped up this game was when people were being like, oh, you should play Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, I can't wait to see GaLm's reaction to this. And it's like, no, I mean, it's definitely a game that can get you reactions, but it feels cheap that there wasn't more. It feels cheap that Sayori's suicide and Natsuki's obsessive tendencies and cutting, self-mutilation is basically just used to spook the player and not actually engage a full-on talk or topic about those things. And, you don't have to have a game that does that. I'm not trying to be someone who's like, a game needs to absolutely flesh out every single bit of detail that's brought up. It talked about painting. Why is there not 20 hours dedicated to learning about painting and people who paint? I'm not trying to be like that, but for a visual novel that kind of touched on the subject and made that like kind of the background driving force for the characters, it would have been nice to have seen that be fleshed out a little bit more. And they still could have kept the horror shit and just killed them off in the end anyways, because that's, in real life, you have people who will end up just continuing and not being able to recover from their mental illnesses, or from the issues that they have to deal with, no matter how much someone's trying. That happens. It happens every single day, and it's a tragedy when it ends up reaching sometimes the end of a person's life. And would have been nice to see that either as like the actual message, and like you go, okay, well, hey, Sayori commits suicide, and then you have to like deal with the aftermath of like understanding why, or not, or accepting the consequences of not being able to understand why. Yeah, I could go for like an hour or hours thinking about all these different things that could be done, but it is what it is. Doki Doki is how it is, and I liked it generally enough. I like the characters. I like the concepts that were brought up. I like the presentation. It's actually a pretty nice looking visual novel, considering that it's just like it's a free visual novel. So that's pretty great. I think some people have talked about there being mods for Doki Doki Literature Club that kind of add more and make the story a little bit more fleshed out. I think I'm going to avoid those, because at the end, those kind of end up just being fan fiction. And if I wanted to just read a fan fiction, I'd write my own about the game, and and then the Doki Doki Literature Club became Doki Doki World Order, and we created an entire world for Yuri and Natsuki and Sayori and Monica to explore, and they're not all just crammed in one school in one area, and they all have free will, and they all were happy, and they're all just waiting for you to come back, because everyone's having a good time in Doki Doki World Order. It's easy. And obviously, if I were to actually write it, probably make it a little bit better than just joking around. But I wish that if there's a sequel, Doki Doki Literature Club, that fleshes things out more, great. Or if there's an expansion added to Doki Doki Literature Club, great. But mods or fan fictions and things like that I'm not really terribly interested, personally. But I like Doki Doki. Again, 7, 8 out of 10. Could have been way better, and I could go on for hours as to why, but I don't want to do that exactly. But I am happy with this Let's Play. This is the first visual novel that I've done on my channel. I've played other visual novels in the past. A few of them, at least. Stuff like Katawa Shoujo and a few other ones. There's some pretty intense one like Saya no Uda. That one's a disturbing fucking thing. This game opens up saying its content's disturbing. Saya no Uda, I think, gave me nightmares. That is a gore-filled mess, and there's also like fucking intense shit like rape, and just no. Do not play that. Do not go off and looking at it. Don't look for images. Don't fucking do it if you are a person who will be disturbed by those things. And maybe don't do it if you're a person who shouldn't be playing those kinds of games anyways, right? So but I'm bringing that up as just like, that's kind of what I play in visual novels. So Doki Doki's kind of tame at the end. Even if, there are a couple of startling or off-putting things, it could have been way worse. And I thought when I got into the game that we were gonna have like cult killing shit or just something else. When Monica started kind of showing like that she had control of the systems, I was like, oh well, what's gonna happen if she does crazy shit, right? Like, oh, what if she just like lops off limbs because people aren't respecting her or something? There's so many things you could do that are probably better than just cutting off limbs. But when you have all the time in the world, you have all the time in the world. Yeah, no, I enjoy doing this Let's Play, and I'll probably end up doing more visual novels in the future now, because I've kind of opened up the gate, and we'll check some stuff out. Things like Steins Gate or the Danganronpa series, or many other types of games out there, or visual novels. Definitely will check out. This Let's Play was interesting to do. Not only just because it was the first visual novel that I actually recorded for the channel, but also, boy, did I have a lot of of issues with this. I don't know if some people missed the big like 10-second like heads up somehow. I don't know how, but they did it multiple times. But this Let's Play had a lot of issues with it. The footage was corrupted, and so that ended up leading to a lot of like visual issues and audio issues. And then my mic audio was also corrupted. And so what that ended up meaning was not only was there the visual glitching thing, which wasn't too bad, thankfully, because it's a visual novel, so it was a lot of stationary images. But if it had been like a moving thing, you would have seen way more visual artifacting and just glitching out. That would have been bad. But the audio, I had to fix the game audio desync and my mic audio desync. And so what that ended up meaning was I was basically spending every single part that I posted before part 10. All of those took like a day each to kind of like fix. And even then they weren't perfectly fixed, but it was basically just, I think I put more hours into fixing the Let's Play than I actually did recording it. And that should never happen. It should never be that way. All right. I do other Let's Plays, and if they have no issues, I can edit like a 20 to 30 to 40 hour Let's Play in the time span of like, 2 to 4 hours, maybe even less, maybe a little bit more if there are no issues. Doki Doki, way more than that, but that was all right. I enjoyed Doki Doki, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the Let's Play. I think before we end off, I do want to say that if you are a person who is suffering from depression or any other kind of mental illnesses, or you're just having a bad day, I mean, I can't really offer terribly a lot, but I can say I hope you guys continue to make it. We've made it this far. We've survived for this long, and I think that we can all continue to push forward and see cool new things and play cool video games, or just continue to watch stuff. For me, myself, I went through a lot of issues growing up, and I'm not going to like go on and talk about absolutely everything, but yeah, no, I think that for me, growing up, I probably was depressed. I definitely was suicidal, 100% suicidal. And, eventually as time progressed, things did get better. And I'm not going to say for everybody that things are going to get better, because sometimes they don't. Sometimes you end up having to just like grab the bull by its horns and force life to get better for you. But sometimes it does just get better, whether it just be kind of new perceptions of the world, or, for me, I think the biggest things was I got out of high school. That was a big one. Got out of high school, started doing YouTube, and got a girlfriend. Don't have that girlfriend anymore, but life did get better, and life did become way more interesting. And so if you're dealing with issues right now, I do hope that you guys continue to make it. And while I'm terrible at like giving any kind of good speech or like comforting people, I mean it. We've lost a lot of people over time. There have been a lot of people who've commented over the years talking about the issues that they have, whether it's physical or mental, and that some people are gone, and that's really a shame. But for the people who are still here, I hope you guys continue to rock on. And whether you never watch me ever again after this video or whatever, just keep rocking. And we're going to end off before we get too depressed here, before we end up putting ourselves in just a big sad loop. We're not trying to go for that. But thank you guys so much for watching this Let's Play, and keep on rocking, keep on trying to make it every single day. And if you're having issues, or if you're not having issues, but you're having a generally okay life, keep on going, and keep on trying to make your life or others' lives as best as you can, And if that means just sitting on the couch watching Netflix or YouTube or whatever, then do that. Treat yourself, right? Anyways, we're going to end off. Thank you guys so much for watching this Let's Play. I'm going to see you guys later, hopefully. And we're going to have a good year. Farewell.